Greetings, 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 greetings. Peace, love, harmony, and light. This is Chief Kalanago with a video. I'm gonna try to see if I could get through this one in under, half an hour. But definitely, if I'm gonna go over that, it's not gonna be over 45 minutes. I just wanted to share some information and just, share what's on my heart and in my mind. All right. First off, I just want to acknowledge and give thanks to the Great Spirit, honoring my ancestors, and always thankful, that I'm able to be used as a vessel. I continue to, put out positive affirmations, into the universe for each and every one of you in these trying times. I wish you nothing but the best of wealth, the best of physical wealth, financial wealth. And like I said, man, take this time to bond and get to know each other, love each other. It's really during these times that our will are truly tested. You know what I'm saying? And within this time, how compatible you are as a family or just as, you know, relationships. You know what I'm saying? Those are trying times. And if you're able to come through this, loving each other, where there's great communication, talking to each other, building, loving, it's a beautiful thing. All right. The reason why I want to do this video is because I have to say these things. And for me, honesty, communication, transparency is integrity. It means so much to me. All right. And a lot of people have reached out to me in the past, and people are still reaching out to me. And I make an attempt to assist my fellow man and my fellow woman as much as I can. But I always have to keep it 100. I always have to keep it real, because that's just what I know. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I choose to know. And that's how I choose to walk in my life and in everything that I practice. So I'm going to talk about, I know a lot of people have a lot of legal situations, okay? Even before I talk about the legal situations, I'm going to talk about this whole, status correction and all this, mainly that. And a lot of people are concerned about status correction and what is the proper channel. Well, I'm just going to keep it 100 with y'all. All right. And what I'm going to say right now, some of you may like it, some of you may not like it. It doesn't really matter to me. All right. As long as I'm being honest, that's all that matters. I tell people I would rather give you that tough love. I would rather bring you the truth. All right. And if you feel the truth is hurtful, then that's your choice if you allow the truth to hurt you. But I would rather give you the truth and let you be heard by the truth than tell you a lie and have you be heard by that lie. I hope that makes sense. So we're going to talk a little bit about status correction. Okay. What a lot of people have to realize is this. I know a lot of people are anxious. Oh, I want to be, I just want to correct my status. I don't want to be a United States citizen anymore. First, let me just make a few things very clear. Okay. If you are truly, now I'm not here to give any advice. I'm just going to say that. This is not giving any advice, whether it may be legal advice or any kind of advice in any way. I'm just going to speak candidly from my heart. And the reason why I'm taking my time with this is because it's a touchy situation, and I want this to come out, in the loving way that I intend to bring it to you. Okay. When a lot of us, yes, I know we're indigenous, right? I know we are the so-called American Indians. All that's well and good. But people tend to forget that we live in a system, all right, that the position that we're in right now, it wasn't by choice. Okay. Yes, a lot of our ancestors played a part in the situation that we're in right now. Okay. And some of the decisions that they made, we are here facing and dealing with the karma. All right. of a lot of those decisions that were made. And that's just, it is what it is. The point I'm making is this. For those of you who have missed the memo, the people who are occupying our land, the occupiers, all right, they did not come in peace, okay? They did not come in peace. These people haven't honored any treaties whatsoever. None of them, all right? And the ones that they figure they would probably honor, they ratified those treaties. So it's a whole new treaty. So you have to keep that in mind, okay? Our people are prisoners of war in and on our own land. So when you're speaking of, well, you know what, I don't want to be a United States citizen no more. Well, family, let's just keep it real. And I'm going to just ask you these honest questions to ask yourself. And I really don't want you to just look at this from an emotional standpoint and make decisions that's going to hurt you and your family. This is serious business. And you see, nobody's telling the truth, okay? Nobody's telling the truth because, you know, it's either somebody's selling something or somebody's always trying to come off like they know more than everybody else. It's a competition, okay, to see who know more and who's the best teacher. Man, listen, I ain't got time for none of that, all right? My people are hurting, and I am always making an attempt to be as candid as I can be and tell the truth regardless of how people take it, okay? So with that being said, I'm going to ask you a few questions, all right? Are you in a position right now where you are self-sustained? Meaning that you are growing your own food, all right? You have your own home. You have your own land. You are not paying taxes on that property, okay? Your children, okay, are homeschooled. Do you have all those things in place? Because everybody wants to play into the illusion. You want to play into the illusion. You are stepping into a game that can be and is very dangerous. And I'm just here to keep it real with you. So when people come to me and say, well, Chief, you know, I want you to help me to correct my status and I don't want to be a United States citizen. And I tell you, hey, listen, it's not that easy. And I may not be the one to give you that answer. It's not because I don't want to help. It's not because I don't want to assist. It's because I know the sacrifice that one has to make. Because we have gone through it. We have gone through it to the point where our people have gotten arrested. Not that they did anything wrong. Okay, not that their documents wasn't correct, but just because we are living in a system that have no honor, they have no respect for who we are. And personally, I don't want to be responsible, all right, for doing any type of paperwork for anybody that's going to put them in any kind of jam. Because I'll tell you one thing, everybody's going to call you their brother and their sister when they think you could do something for them. But as soon as what you do or what you have done is not working for them, not because you didn't do it right, just because the people didn't want to respect it and they want to violate your rights regardless. Guess what? That individual is not going to look at that and blame the people who are holding us hostage on our land. They're not going to blame them. Guess who they're going to hold responsible? Me. And I'm just going to keep it 100. All right? I have assisted people in the past with documents, and I tell them this is just the beginning. It is just the beginning. And the truth of the matter is no one has the right way or the wrong way. That's just the honest truth. It could be as simple as you could get a piece of napkin and put, I am indigenous, all right? And I want my rights to be respected, my unalienable rights to be respected, and you could go file that in the county. As simple as that, a simple declaration. And it's really not up to you It's up to them to be honorable. So when I tell you, okay, when you come to me, it's not that I don't want to assist you, family. That's not what it is. I just don't want you to end up in a situation where it's going to bring harm to you or your family. Family, my beloved people, I love you. And that's why I felt it imperative to do this video. Okay? I have seen situations where, children have been taken away from mothers because mothers stepped up and said that they were indigenous, that they were American Indians. I know a sister right now in Virginia, her children were taken and she had it on the record, all her documents together, that she's American Indian. And guess what the judge told her? Oh, you think you're a native? You must be living an illusion. Okay? You live in an illusion thinking that you are an American Indian. And she is. And guess what? They took her 4 children, family. So all I'm just saying is this. I know you guys are listening to videos and everybody got something to say. But me, you see, that's what makes me. People ask, well, what makes you a chief? Who makes you a chief? Well, my character, for one, makes me that. A teacher, a leader, a chief. Because I care about my people. I'm not going to lead my people into a burning building. So the people that I'm a chief of the nation, that I'm the chief of, I have to make sure that they are protected and they are good. That's why we are taking our time to do what we have to do. But a lot of people are in haste. My brothers and sisters, haste make waste. I'm going to repeat that. Haste make waste. Don't be in such a haste because you hear everybody talking about status correction. Let me tell you something. A lot of these people that are talking about status correction, a lot of them are getting arrested. I'm just going to keep it 100. And I'm not telling you this to project any type of fear. No, that's not what it is. I'm asking you to be a realist. Okay? I've heard situations where people are telling people about status correction and things they should be doing. And, oh, well, you could be part of our nation or part of our group. And when these sisters get arrested, nobody's there to assist them. Okay? So once again, don't think I don't want to assist. I just don't want you to be in a situation where you're going to blame me for that situation. And a lot of you may say, oh, well, Chief, nah, we're not going to blame you. Listen, I've been down that road before. I've been down that road before. And I'm going to be the first one to tell you, I don't have all the answers. Okay? I don't have all the answers. As a matter of fact, I don't know anything. I just know enough to know that if I say who I am, I want them to respect it. And I have to stand on that. And if it means that I have to get locked up for standing up as who I am, then that's what it is. I'm willing and I'm ready to do that. The question is, how many of you are willing to go behind bars to stand up as who you are, or for what you are, or the principles of what you are? Especially when you have children that you have to take care of. So don't think I don't want to assist. No, that's not what it means. It just means I know firsthand how nasty these people could be. Okay? How dishonorable they could be. How disgenuine they could be. I know firsthand. And it's not that we have done anything wrong. It's just that because they are not honorable. You see what I'm saying? They don't want to give us the same respect that our ancestors had given them when our ancestors opened up their arms towards them. They have no honor. So I don't want you to be in any type of predicament. You did. So I get that you want to come out of the system. I get it. And I applaud you for that. But my question is, are you truly ready for that? Okay? Are you truly ready for that? When you've done your documents, okay, and you put it on file. And even in a lot of those counties, they don't even want to file it, which is literally goes against their own statutes and codes. But these people think they're above the law. They don't honor the laws that they put in place. You see what I'm saying? So they have systems in place to punish those who violate the codes that they create. But yet still the creator of the codes, they have nobody to punish them when they violate those same codes. So if y'all don't know how serious this is, okay, I implore you to fall back and relax and take your time. If being a United States citizen is not causing you any harm, then be a United States citizen. And that's just real talk. I tell people I still got a driver's license. Okay, I still got a social security number because I am not fully self-sustained. I still have to rent cars. Go open up a bank account. You still have to have a social security number where they could, even if you have an EIN, you have to connect it to a social. Family, we are living in a trap. And a lot of you don't realize it's coming together. That's how we're going to change things. But too many of you are focused on the individuality. You only focus on self. So now when you come to me and I make an attempt to reason with you and tell you the truth, you get an attitude, okay? And you get defensive, and all of a sudden you think I don't want to help. Not realizing it's because I love you. And it's because I've seen it firsthand, what has happened to people. Okay? I have seen it. And what they're going to do is, because they have already perpetuated an image, all right, and the propaganda of an image, what the American Indian is supposed to look like. You feel what I'm saying? So now when you go to court, you end up in a situation, you go before a judge talking that American Indian stuff. They don't respect it and they don't honor it. So now they want you to go take a psych evaluation because now they're saying that you're crazy. And then that's just cause for them to take your children. Family, this thing is deep. It's deep and dangerous. So unless you are willing to stand up and say, you know what, yes, if I have to get locked up for 7 days, 12 days, 14 days, and not sign your papers, there may be even a chance that they may put you in a hole and you don't get a chance to come out of that hole ever again. You have to have that mindset. You have to have that mindset. And once again, it's not because your paperwork is wrong. No, it's not that you are not an American Indian. No, it's not because of that. It's because they don't want us to step in and stand up and declare who we are, because it's of no benefit to them. It's of no benefit to their system. Okay? What they have, they took it by force. You feel me? And if and when they violate your rights, do you have the financial resources to bring those claims? Because I have seen situations where sisters and brothers have claimed who they are. They declared who they are. They put it on record, got into situations, okay? And then the charges were dismissed. But guess what? They couldn't bring a claim because they don't have the money to sue these people. So I'm letting y'all know, man, this is not a game, man. Stop playing with your lives and listening to these people on the internet telling you things that they themselves haven't done. They're just talking. They are just talking. And I have seen it firsthand of brothers telling sisters, oh, you know what? If you focus on the fiat currency, you're not an American Indian. If you have a driver's license, you're not an American Indian. But yet still, their girlfriends got driver's licenses and their girlfriends got jobs working for the fiat currency. But they are perpetuating, okay, the illusion to people that they don't have licenses and they don't care about fiat currency. But every time they need a dollar, they have to reach out to their women. They have pimping, they are pimping in the system. And I'm not talking about pimping from a prostitute perspective. I'm talking about in the sense of their women are the ones working the jobs for the fiat currency, and they're at home acting like they're all indigenous. But when they need money to pay their cell phones, their women got to give it to them. When they got somewhere to go, they cannot get behind the wheel, but because their girlfriends have to have the driver's licenses. So stop listening to these people. You see, that's what makes me different from these other people that people call chiefs. And I'm not throwing no shade. And that's what makes me different from other people who claim they're teachers and they know so much. Okay? They are not keeping it 100 with you. They're not keeping it real. They are not. And don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you cannot be victorious. You can be. But you have to go through the fire. They're not just going to let you slide in just like that. No. They're not going to make it that easy. And I'm not saying it's impossible, but they're not going to make it easy. And real is real. Okay? The reason why we are successful is because we have gone through the process of getting arrested. Okay? We have gone through that process. We have gone through the process of our mode of transportation being taken and impounded. We have gone through the threats. Are you willing to do that? So don't play with your safety. Okay? Don't play with your liberty. Don't do that. Especially if you have children. Your children are still caught up and tied up in this system. That's their property. You think they're gonna, what you think? Think about it this way. Think about 100 years ago. Do you think a slave master is just gonna allow the slave to just get out the plantation like that? Even when the slave escaped, they had people going to look for them and bring them back to the plantation and cut their legs off. That's how serious it was. So in this new form of slavery, do you think they're just going to allow you to get out their system? Do you think they're just going to allow you to do that and take away their children? Those are their children. Okay, you signed that contract. Yes, granted, unbeknownst to you, you didn't know, but you signed that contract. Okay? Those are their children, and they made you the guardian. That's all you are. And for those of you who don't like the facts and the truth, man, listen, it is what it is. I'm not doing this for likes. I do it because I love you. And unless we as a people could come together, okay, together, unity, because everybody wants to be individuals, okay? And you want to hear all the good things and all the sweet things that people talk, but trust me, I know personally they are not doing it. All right? They are not doing it. Why you think a lot of them have to stay calling you Black and African American? Because they know once you cross on the other side, they are not going to get the support and make the money that they are making calling you Black and African American and calling you niggas. Y'all want the real? You want the truth? My question is, can you handle the truth? Okay? Can you handle the truth? That's just facts. And some of them, they will just keep talking, because it benefit them. Okay? It benefit them. So I'm saying this, and I'm going to conclude. All right? I'm not saying that I don't want to assist people. That's not what I'm saying. All right? But I have been on the battlefield. Okay? I have seen with my own eyes and I have witnessed the stories myself. I had to travel all the way down to Florida to assist one of my brothers and his wife. That's what a real chief does. On my own dime, I had to go do that to help assist them because they declared who they were. All right? And these people still didn't want to recognize it and respect it. That's just the reality of the world that we live in. And unless we decide that we have to come together, look at the groups that are being successful. Okay? Obviously, Black Lives, what happened to Black Lives? All of a sudden it don't matter? What happened to that group? What happened to that group? Because Black people don't exist. Okay? But look at the gay people that stepped up, got a flag, okay? And all of a sudden, their rights are being fought for, and their flags are being flown all over. You know what? They came together, okay? They organized. And that's one of the things that we are lacking as a people: organization and unity, okay? Too many of us are too busy fighting each other and putting each other down. Or I'm just focused about myself. No, as long as I'm good. As long as I'm good. Well, guess what? If you are good and the other 200 people around you ain't good, then what good is it going to do? Because when you get in your jam, who's going to stand with you? The same people that you didn't look out for. Okay? So I'm not saying give up, but all I'm just saying is, I'm not telling you be a United States citizen. I'm not telling you that. All I'm just saying is, if being a United States citizen is not causing you any harm, all right, don't bring that extra attention to your family when you have little children. Okay? You will lose your children. That's just the way the system is designed, until we come together and we force them to change it. All right? Now, I know a lot of you ain't gonna like that. And a lot of you may go ahead and pick exactly what you want from this video and say, Chief Kalanago tell people to be United States citizens. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that. You see, it's a choice. And if there's a benefit that makes your life better, I don't see why not. Even when you go look at OnDrip says what? In the articles, we as the indigenous people, we have a right to partake in any system that's on our land. So all I'm just saying is, family, be wise, okay? Don't let the illusion lead you, all right? Don't let your emotions lead you. And don't think, once again, I don't want to assist you. No, it's because I love you. That's why I'm telling you this, all right? Because I don't want to put you in a predicament that I cannot get you out of. I don't have all the answers, family. And the truth of the matter is, I don't know anybody who does. Some people may have a lot of the answers, but I don't know anybody who have all the answers. Because if they did, we wouldn't be in the situation we're in right now. This is a continued journey where we have to teach our children so that they could teach their children for generations to come, where this thing will be flipped over. Okay? Unless there's an overnight miracle. But not everybody's on that frequency. So even that is a reach. Okay? Even that is a reach. Look, even in Jersey, they don't want to file no documents. Not because your documents is wrong. I mean, I file documents in other states. Same documents that they tell me I can't file in Jersey because something is wrong with it. But yet still I can file it in another state. So you see, again, it's not because what you are doing is wrong. It's just because these people don't have no honor. They have no respect for who we are as the indigenous people. They have no gratitude for what we have done and what we have given to them. And that's just facts. So all I'm just saying is this. I put a post on Facebook earlier, okay, and I'm going to read it to you, all right? The post that I put on Facebook. Let me just read that to you right now, okay? Because like I said, for me, I don't know about anybody else, but I'm one of the realest dudes I have ever met, okay? And I'm not here tooting my own horn, but anybody who know you, who know me, will tell you, Chief is one of the realest ones. And I'm talking to you, I guarantee you, you have never heard anybody on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, all right, talking to you the way I'm talking to you right now, because I'm not saying they don't care about you or they don't love you, but they won't keep it real enough to tell you the truth the way I'm telling you the truth, because they have to keep pushing some form of the illusion because it's getting them paid. And that's just what it is. But let me just read that post that I put on Facebook earlier, and I'll explain to you exactly what I meant by that. I said, and that was 2 hours ago, I said, the people who are in charge run things. The people who get charged run away from things. Moral of the post: if we don't have a seat at the table, we will always be begging for our natural, creator-given rights. Man, that is so profound. As a matter of fact, you know what? I wasn't even going to go into sharing screens and all that right now, but you know, I feel the need to share the screen just for that one, because I want you to see exactly what I wrote. Even if you heard it, I want you to see it. Okay? And I'm going to read that to you. I'm going to read that to you because I want people to know how serious this is. This is not a game. I don't wish for you to be out there playing with your safety and playing with your life. Okay? I don't want that for you. Let me share my screen here. Okay? Share screen. Here we go. Okay? Here we go. 2 hours ago, I posted this on Facebook. The people who are in charge run things. The people who get charged run away from things. Moral of the post: if we don't have a seat at the table, we will always be begging for our natural, creator-given rights. Brothers and sisters, I don't know how much more real I could keep this. You see, if we see the power, you see people talking about, and people always talking about, oh, well, I don't care about money. Oh, let us go back to the bartering system. Family, we are not living in the days of our ancestors. We're living in a complete different world. And yes, the barter system may still work if there was enough of us practicing it. But how is it going to work when you have 98% of our people don't even know what barter means? And you only have less than 1% of us talking about going back to the barter system. And then even in that less than 1%, you still have another 90% of them in that less than 1% chasing the fiat currency, but they don't want you to know. You see, they're perpetrating. Now, no, I'm going to work hard for my money because money runs the world. All right, whether when they reset the currency to whatever standard it's reset to. Okay, yes, it's our energy is the true energy. That's facts. All right, but it's not my energy that's going to the store to buy food or to pay the bills. So yes, my energy is what I use to work for something, but at the end of the day, whatever I get in exchange for my energy, that's what I have to use to survive. So at the ending of the day, and in the continuation of life, because the day doesn't have any ending. So in the continuation of life, we have to come to a point where we have the economic power. We have that social power. This is how we win. We have to become an economic force. Money run the world, family. It's that simple. Why do you think a lot of them have to keep, they cannot tell you the truth? And even if they tell you the truth, behind closed doors, they're living a different life. They're not living that life. Because they're teaching the illusion. I am not here to teach you any illusions. Get as much money as you can. And I'm not telling you do anything illegal, go hurt a brother or a sister to make money. No, get 2-3 jobs if you have to. Then come together and let's practice this group economics. Okay, let us stop supporting everybody else and start supporting ourselves. We are the reasons why we are in the situation that we are in right now. We are. Nobody else but us. We have the power, but we choose not to exercise the power by coming together because we hate to see each other succeed. Y'all want the truth? Can you handle the truth? That is my question. Okay? So keep that in mind. The people who are in charge, they run things. And the people who get charged, they run from things. My question to you is, at what point do you want to stop running and become the one in charge? And how do we do that? We do that by coming together. That's how we do it. Put our resources together. That's how we do it. Okay? That's how we do it. I don't care how much you go around in courts talking about you American Indian. They don't give a damn about that. I don't care how much you go to a court talking about how much you are more. They don't give a damn about that. As a matter of fact, they don't even care you going around talking about you're an Israelite in court. They don't care about that. The truth of the matter is you have more of a chance of just being a man or a woman that's made in the likeness and image of the Great Spirit. And you would win better in court that way than with all those labels. Because once you start using labels, they are always going to find a way to shut it down. They are always going to find a way to shut it down. But when you are a man or a woman, you have the highest authority. So if you don't hear anything else that I've said in this video, hear this. You have a better chance of winning all your legal battles as a man or a woman than going in there talking about you American Indian. Okay? And that's facts. We have a long way to go, family. I'm not in a rush. And I'm just telling you, for me, I could only speak for myself. I am taking my time to build what needs to be built for me and my nation members, because they are my responsibility. And I have to make sure that they are good. So I have to make sure that I do my due diligence, and everything that I do, my T's are crossed and my I's are dotted. And even then, we still have challenges to face. But at least we're going to face it together as a group, as a nation. And a lot of these people that's out here talking, a lot of them are federally recognized. Okay? They are federally recognized. So they are still wards of the United States. So don't let them fool you. Don't let them fool you. That's why I say they could come and attack me as much as they want, talk about me as much as they want, but ain't none of them telling you the truth the way I tell it to you. They would never do that because they're about self. All right? So in conclusion, I'm not telling you don't correct your status. I'm not saying that. But I'm letting you know that there is a price to pay for walking that path. And only if you're ready, all right? Meaning that you don't have little children that could be at risk, that CPS could come take your children, okay? Because they all work together. They are part of the same team, all right? They are all part of the same team. Do you have the financial stability if you have to bring a lawsuit or a claim? Do you have that type of financial backing? Okay? And do you have a support system? Those are some of the questions that you have to ask yourself. All right? You have to ask yourself those questions. Stop listening to these people out here. Yes, we all know we have a right to travel. Yes, that is true. But when you do that and somebody or some police officer don't want to respect that, either they don't want to honor the law or they just don't know what the law is, and they arrest you, who's going to have your back? Do you have somebody to have your back? So you see me, I'm a realist. And unless I'm in a position, okay, to go up against these people that are violating our rights, I'm going to stay in my lane. Okay? I'm going to continue to have a driver's license. I'm going to continue to have a social. Say what you want. But I don't want to get pulled up on the side of the road and there's a video of Chief Kalanago Head getting busted because he was trying to prove he have a right to travel. You're not going to see that happen to me. No. Pull over. Whoop, 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 whoop. Sir, can I see your driver's license and insurance? Oh, absolutely, officer. Here you go. What was the reason why you pulled me over? I ain't playing these games with my life, man. I ain't doing that to impress nobody. Period. I'm not doing that. So I'm going to put myself in a financial position. So when my rights are violated, when that lawsuit comes, I will be in a position to be able to afford it. Because when you have that money, you got that power. When you got that social togetherness, you have that power. When you have that economic togetherness, you have that power. And it's only when you have the power, you have a seat at the table. Period. Point blank. Okay? And just for the record, like I said, a lot of us have legal situations. Well, me personally, I don't have any legal situations, but a lot of people are hitting me up with legal situations. All right? And if I could assist, I will. I'm not saying all this to deter you from reaching out. That's not what it means. I'm saying all this because I care about you, because I love you. I'm tired of seeing our people get jammed up, not because they're doing anything wrong, but just because there's something wrong with the system. All right? And we have to come together to correct it. I wouldn't advise you to be out there on your own, especially as a sister, doing those things. Because when you get in the jam, the same people who give you those advice, they're nowhere to be found. Okay? Nowhere to be found. So take your time. Don't be in a rush. Don't be in a rush. Okay? If you're paying child support, pay your child support. I never said child support is illegal. It's legal because they made it legal. Fact is, we never had that in our system because we had a village to raise the child. You see, you guys keep forgetting what it means to be indigenous. Indigenous, there's no individuality in being indigenous. It's togetherness, the village. And until we create that village where we can take care of our children, only then we could stand up and say, well, you know what? We don't, all this child support and people's mentality, a lot of our sisters' mentality is messed up. A lot of our brothers' mentality is messed up. A lot of brothers don't get me wrong, some brothers don't step up and take care of their children. And now you put the sister in a position where she has to put you on child support. And then you have the situation where the brother went to step up, but just because he's not with the woman, she want to be vindictive and put him on child support. So our people a lot of our people are still messed up mentally, man. So we have a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do. But we could do it together. All right? I'm not saying all this to discourage you. I know I'm always giving words of upliftment. And trust me, if you look at this in the perspective and the intent that I'm bringing this message to you, you will appreciate me for that. Okay? You will appreciate me for that. Don't be in a rush. All right? Let us take our time. Sometimes you have to fall back and watch the tides. All right? Instead of just jumping in the ocean, put your feet in the water. See how rough the currents are. See how cold or warm the water is before you jump in. See if there's sharks in the water before you jump in. And then there comes some times where you just have to jump in. But make sure you are in the right frame of mind. Because just know that the people that we are playing against, they don't play fear. They are dirty. They are corrupted. Okay? So please, don't put yourself in any situation that's going to make things worse. All right. I hope you guys appreciate this message, man, with the intention that it was given. I'm not saying none of this to deter you. And I haven't said anything again to throw shade or to talk about anybody. I'm just telling you what I have seen with my own eye and I've heard with my own ears. That a lot of these dudes, all right, that's putting sisters in these predicaments, all right, man, it's sad. It's sad because these sisters are vulnerable. Take your time, my sisters, even my brothers, take your time. We got to do it. We have to do this together. And I know everybody ain't going to come together and sing Kumbaya. I get it. But there has to be a level of togetherness. All right? We have to come and practice group economics. Let us use this time right now. You see, everybody is missing the message behind everything that's happening right now. You home, build, love, grow. Talk about opening up businesses. Talk about homeschooling. Talk about let's stop supporting all these Chinese and all these different people that don't support us. Let us come out of this with a new mindset where we are only going to support our own. Let us come out with that mindset. And don't get me wrong. I know the world is coming together as we are one. I get that. But how can we be one if we haven't gotten ourselves together? We have to build ourselves before we could step into any other realm to work with anybody else. Because for some reason, every other ethnic group, they got their shit together. So let us get ours together. And then we could go ahead and do what we got to do with other people. But first, let us build us, the group economics, the supporting of each other. Let's start cooking more food so we don't have to go out there spending money in restaurants where these people don't care about us. Learn to cook. Learn to grow your food. If you live in the city, you could still do microgreens. You feel me? Come together, create little groups, do bulk shopping, and then you ration off, the food, and do that once a month. So that would alleviate everybody going to these corner stores every single day or every other day. Come together, create little clubs. We could do this and buy food in bulk and just ration it off evenly. And that's good for the month. Come on, man. We could do this. But you have to be willing to put the selfish ways aside. Stop being selfish. If you want to be selfish towards our people, meaning that let us do for us and let us stop building other people. Yes, we wish them the best. We ain't got nothing against you, but now we got to take care of us. It's time for us to support each other and stop focusing on this individual, it's just about me. No. Okay? I know I may have went over, but it's fine. It's okay. All right? I love you guys, man. And we are going to be fine. We're going to be okay. All right? We're going to be just fine. Everything is going to happen in its time, family. All right? Everything is going to happen in its time. This land, this soil is our blood, our birthright. And it's going to be restored. We are going to be restored. So please, don't put yourself in any type of harm's way. Once again, there's nothing wrong in wanting to correct your status. There's nothing wrong with that. But make sure you are not just doing it because you hear what people are saying, and make sure you are in a position where you are self-sustained. Because once again, these people are very spiteful. You start going around talking about you indigenous, you American Indian, and start putting things on file. All of a sudden, your children are getting stopped by the police. All of a sudden, CPS is starting to come into your home. All of a sudden, there's a report you're abusing your child. All of a sudden, there's reports talking about, oh, you are, there has to be a psych evaluation. Family, I know from firsthand experience dealing with people and what I've seen them going through. And I don't wish that for you. And that's why I have to do this video. So don't think I don't want to assist or I'm reluctant to help you just because no. And a lot of you have come to me and say, hey, Chief, you know what? I'll pay you. No, it's not the money. I don't want your money. I would rather you support me by telling you the truth. Give me a donation that way. But I'm not going to do documents for you where I know for a fact that a lot of our people aren't ready for that type of move. And then when things happen, all of a sudden, my name is out there with the propaganda. Chief did documents for me and it sent me to jail. No, I ain't doing that. I'm not doing that. Okay? I have done documents for people in the past and I told them it was just the beginning. I've always kept it 100 and I'm going to continue to keep it real. All right? So with that being said, I love you guys. Please share the video and let us continue to build. Take this moment, like I said, all right, to work with your family. Whether it's your family or you're in a relationship, you're home with your husband, your wife, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whatever it is. Learn to love each other. Learn to be compatible. Learn to communicate. Share with each other. Build family. Let us come out of this stronger than we were. Let us use this as a lesson, a building tool. Don't waste this time. Okay? Don't be so in a rush for them to open up things again. No, take your time. It's going to happen when the time is right. Use this time wisely and let us come out of this with a new mindset. We have to be in charge. Let's have the boss mentality. How we do that? We have to make sure that our money, our economic structure is stronger than anybody else. And we have to do this together. All right? Peace and love.